today's episode. Stick around later in the video to learn how you can get 3 months for free. Do you remember a while back I made a flipbook called Grumpy Cloud? Well, ever since then, I wanted to make a sequel. So this is the return of Grumpy Cloud. So I've never drawn anything at all anime style before, so I'm actually a little bit nervous. But I've been watching lots of Dragon Ball Z clips to get animation ideas. I don't know how many days this will take me. I'm really hoping that I can do it within 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. I'm also doing full color, so that's going to mean a lot of markers and lots of refill ink. So I've been prepared to go empty my wallet at the art store. I planned out this flipbook as a series of shots, so it's like a little short film. I'll probably animate it out of order and just take it one shot at a time, depending on whatever mood I'm in that day. One thing I've noticed, especially in old Dragon Ball Z, is how much they were able to get away in a lot of shots with just using like 1 or 2 drawings and then having the animation mostly happen in the color. So for example, look at this shot. It's literally just 2 drawings that toggle quickly back and forth. So I'm going to try that here. So I've got the first drawing where I like it. Now all I need to do is trace over that to make an alternate version. Then I trace over each of those a bunch of times and then put it together. We alternate back and forth between them. And I actually think that looks kind of cool. Honestly, I used to think of this technique of flickering between 2 drawings as a sort of cheat, just an easy way to keep a still drawing looking alive. But I'm realizing it actually does a lot more than that. It really does add a sense of tension to a shot. Like if you have a drawing of a snarling face and then you add vibration to it, it really ups that sense of like pent-up energy. In my previous flipbook, the girl, she shoots this energy blast. It's like a Kamehameha wave from Dragon Ball Z. So she's going to do that again here, but this time it's just going to be crazy, huge, anime-style, epic. I have a confession to make. Before I made the first Grumpy Cloud flipbook, I had never heard the word Kamehameha before. I didn't really grow up watching Dragon Ball Z, but I started getting all these comments saying Kamehameha, and I was like, what the heck is that weird word? Kamehameha? So I looked it up and I realized, oh yeah, she's totally doing a Kamehameha wave. So since then, I've watched tons of videos and clips, and I've actually been wanting to watch Dragon Ball Z for a really long time, so it's nice I'm finally getting educated. I've also learned that there's actually some debate over the correct way to pronounce Kamehameha. The English dubs have done it differently over the years. Some have pronounced it as Kamehameha or Kamehameha, and others have said Kamehameha. Apparently that is the more correct way to say it. I'm sure I'm going to end up saying it both ways during the video, so don't be too hard on me in the comments. Anyway, I've seen these cool Goku action figures. I was thinking about getting one. I'd really like to do some stop motion animation with it. So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would like to see. So I guess I've been imagining if Goku had a daughter, maybe this is what she would be like. By the way, I'm pretty much saving all of the coloring for the end. I'm going to go through and draw everything first, make sure it's working, and then I'll go back and color everything. The nice thing about a lot of the animation that I'm doing here is that once I've created kind of that first master drawing, I'm often just holding that pose or moving the object across the page. So once I've got that first drawing done, I can just trace over that drawing over and over as it moves. Alright, now I'm going to do a close-up shot of the hands. This is where we're actually going to see the energy ball starting form, so I'm kind of excited for this shot. I personally think drawing hands in general is very challenging. It really helps to look at references when you draw hands, especially when you're going for something realistic looking. And I've been trying to keep things at least somewhat simple looking, so it doesn't take me 500 years to trace each page. But I know some pages are just, no matter what, they're just going to take a long time. Okay, so here you'll see I've stopped drawing the hand temporarily, and I'm just focusing on drawing the energy ball. It's still the same shot, but what I'm doing, I'm kind of thinking of it in layers. So I'm going to draw the energy ball first, and it's kind of pulsing, and then I'll go back, I'll add in the hands. Since they're behind the energy ball, then I'll know actually how much of the hands you need to see. So this shot is the cloud's reaction as it sees the Kamehameha wave coming toward him. So I've drawn the first pose, now I'm drawing the last pose. Okay, so these are going to be my 2 keyframes. Then I go back and draw the in-between frames to transition from the first pose to the last pose. Dude, my hair! I guess maybe I should do my hair for the day. Looks like a bird's nest up there. On this shot, it's another one where it's the exact same pose on every frame, but I've seen some anime shots where it's just one single drawing, but then what they do is they add a camera shake to it. So I'm going to do that here, and the way I'm doing that is as I trace each page, I'm just offsetting every page just by a little random, so you might offset one to the left a little bit, the next one to the right a little bit, and then when you put them together, it adds kind of a nice little camera shake feel to it. And then this one too, when I go back and color it, it's going to take it to a whole other level because all that color and energy and everything blasting out of her hands, it's going to look quite a bit different. Okay, so the girl, she's going to be saying Kamehameha when she blasts it, right? So in this shot here is when she's saying